And welcome back. Our next guest is an author and educator with a love of children's books. She's got it going on. She joins us to speak about her trilogy book series titled I Like Being Brown, This Family Hero 44. Please welcome to the show, Melissa Parks. Melissa is in the house. Melissa, we're wide
Hello,
open.
hello. How are you?
Good. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Great.
So, you have a love for writing and a love for writing children's books. How did it all happen? How did you get started with that?
Well, I've always loved children's books. I've always loved writing. My favorite is English,
Mm-hmm.
my favorite subject. And I've been an educator for the last 16 years, and I work in intervention. And during intervention, I can pinpoint with some of my students what they're lacking. And so I kind of combined all these things and created my trilogy.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and it's 3 books. I Like Being Brown is the preschool book. This Family is the kinder book, and Hero 44 is the first grade book.
Yeah.
So my book is designed to help struggling readers. So if you are not very proficient in reading, my book can help you get up to level.
Yeah. Is it also an audio book yet?
Yes, it is. It's available everywhere. I believe on Barnes and Noble, Amazon, Walmart. It's everywhere. So I'm very, very proud of that. And what I want to stress and what I have become an advocate for
Yeah.
is students reading. I've noticed that with my classrooms that there are several of my students that don't continue their education at home. And I really think that's important for students because they're learning more at home because they're more comfortable. They know mom and dad and they take in more from parents rather than in an educational setting. So I want to stress that it's very important to have a connection with your student parents.
Yes.
And just speaking to them makes a big, big difference.
Absolutely. What inspired you to write a book about the first African American president of the United States?
Well, I chose to write a book about Obama and his family because, of course, it inspired me as an African American. Another thing is just seeing them being in such positivity, knowing that they did encounter, negativity in the background, but we never saw that.
Mm-hmm.
They knew it was important for us to see the positivity of the first lady and the president.
Yeah.
So that takes a lot of humility, to do that. So I just will never forget that I deeply admire that, coming from them both.
Melissa, that first book was probably the toughest to do, right? Because that thought was there and you said, how am I going to approach this? Tell us about the behind the scenes. What did it take? Because I know a lot of people out there, they said, you know what? I would like to write a book, but how do I get started? How did you get started?
It was tough. I mean, I had to pitch my trilogy to over 250 publishers, and only one out of those 250 said, okay. And it was just amazing to have that happen because I was so determined to prove that I could be an author and that my books would sell. And at this point, it's doing really well. And I just really, really appreciate, my effort in trying to be determined to get this out. And just because I wouldn't quit, I finally found an author.
Yeah,
A lot
and
of the authors just wanted I Like Being Brown, and I pushed to have all three, and I finally found a publisher.
And it goes to show you that you can't give up. Don't
Right.
quit. Quitters never win. Winners never quit. Now, you said you had over 250 people that you sent it out to or organizations,
Yes.
but you got that
Yes.
one. So a lot of people, they just
Yes.
say, ah. And I remember hosting a show at the world famous Apollo Theater. We were doing amateur night before showtime at the Apollo. And, we had a group of people downstairs and they were ready to come up and they were all enthusiastic and ready to go. And this one guy came in from Ohio. He said, oh man, I'm going to go and I'm going to kick butt. He got out there, the Apollo crowd is very, very tough. He got out there, opened up his mic. He said, I wanna, and they got him right away. Boo! He said, oh, okay. And he dropped the mic and went out the back door and nobody ever heard from him again. So don't quit. Quitters never win
Yeah.
and winners never quit. You got that one call. That's what you needed. That one
Yeah.
thing got you to the next level. So congratulations to you for this book. How important was it to highlight the Obama family through this book?
It was very important because, again, as African American, I teach that it is important to know your culture. And my books introduce to young learners that
Hmm.
there is good in Black history. And that's what I really, really was wanting to stress.
Yeah.
And my books tell about the president, it tells about his family, and it just, it's a feel good book. I don't want to be a spoiler alert just in case you haven't read it yet, but it really, really is a good book. You have got to pick it up. I promise you will not be disappointed.
Well, make sure you send us a couple of copies so we can talk about it some more, all right?
I sure
Uh,
will.
Melissa,
Yes.
what grade levels is this trilogy series addressing?
The preschool book is the um, preschool book. I'm sorry, but I Like Being Brown is the preschool book. This Family is the kinder book, and Hero 44 is the first grade book.
Mm.
So it is geared toward young learners so that when they come up, they will know who the president is and who his family is.
There you go. And did it take you a long time to put all of this together?
Not really, because I admire that family so much. It was really, my books rhyme. So that was all the only challenging part about it because
Hmm.
I knew that preschoolers learn from rhyming. So I wanted to incorporate that into the trilogy. And I'm glad I did because it turned out excellent.
And,
Yeah.
and finally, what was your favorite part of the book? What stood out in your mind? What were you enthusiastic about? Probably the whole book, but is there one thing that stands out in your mind?
Yes, in the book, I Like Being Brown, it says you can be anyone you want to be. And I really stress this every day during teaching with my students. They're first graders. And I just want to let them know there's nothing they can't do if they put their mind to it and really believe in it and educate themselves.
Exactly. Find out find out exactly what you want to do and then stick to it because when you stick with something long enough, something always happens. So thank you,
Yes.
Melissa.
Thank you. And it's such a
Uh,
pleasure, Dr. Bob.
yeah.
Anytime I'm available.
Melissa, before we go, do you have anything coming up? Are you doing another series? Are you working on something else? Or you still have the pen to the paper?
Yes, I do. I have two more books. One is called What Is This Thing Called Homework? It's about a young man who is desperately looking for someone to help him with his homework. And he finally finds one person, special person to help him. And also Colors of the Skin. I think
Uh-oh.
it's very important that we teach our children the different colors under the rainbow of many people.
Breaking news, Melissa Parks. She has another 2 books coming out. Ding, 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 ding. She's putting the pen to the paper. Melissa, thank you so much. Give us your social media. Where can we go to find out more?
Sure. On Facebook, you can follow me at MSMPAR. And on Instagram, it's Mnificent, Mnificent.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and congratulations and good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. I will take a quick break right here. I've got a whole lot more because we are wide open. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. Let's go.